across Ondo State. A statement by the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, Ondo State, Mrs. Folashade Agbegoke, said academic activities will commence immediately. While welcoming students and teachers back from the Christmas and New Year breaks, Mrs. Adegoke enjoined them to brace as the state government is poised to give the best to students. In the meantime, government and private schools in Ondo State have resumed for the second term of 2023-2024 academic calendar. Students were seen as early as 7 a.m. rushing to their various schools to avoid lateness. Students turned out in large numbers for the new academic term. Principals and head teachers of schools visited said they were focused on improved academic performance this term and urged parents to assist by being alive to their responsibilities and support efforts in the training of their words and molding their characters for a brighter future. Ondo State government has equally tasked school administrators and teachers on improved performance. The Board of Directors of Okitipupa Oil Palm PLC has condemned in very strong terms the various false information trending on some social media regarding the operations of the company and the Managing Director, Mr. Taiwo Adewale. A statement by the Chairman, Board of Directors, Akimboye Ojiwumi, said the board had gone through the various allegations and concluded that they are far from the truth, malicious and intended to mislead the public and the government of Ondo State to provoke unnecessary and avoidable violence aimed at disrupting the smooth operations of the company. He stressed that the financial and operational performance of the company have always been subjected to proper and responsible scrutiny since the inception of the board, comprising of very eminent Nigerians from the investing public, state government, traditional institutions. Oyewumi stressed further that the company uses manuals developed by a globally renowned consultancy firm to guide its processes and the operations of the company, adding it had also developed a robust internal control framework to ensure due processes are followed in line with the internal control over financial reporting principles and guidelines. Directors, with Mr. Adewale as the head of executive management, introduced a cashless policy from inception to ensure that cash is not handled in any form in the company. On the call for Ondo State Government to change the leadership of the management, Oyewumi declared that the managing director was never an appointee of Ondo State Government, but rather in the full employment of the company, and therefore urged the public to disregard such false and mischievous attempts to forcefully change the executive management. The Ministry of Interior will today launch the first online portal for passport application in Abuja. The Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunjojo, spoke during a demonstration session of the online portal with the Controller General, Nigeria Immigration Service, Caroline Adepoju. According to him, an online passport application platform has been established for both international and Nigerian applicants. The minister had announced in December that the federal government is working to ensure a full automation system of passport application in the country. He stated that Nigerian applicants who want 32-page passports with 5-year validity will pay 25,000 naira, while those who want 64-page passports with a 10-year validity would pay 70,000 naira. Meanwhile, foreign applicants who wish to apply for passports with a 5-year validity period and 32 pages will pay $130, while those who prefer passports with a 10-year validity period and 64 pages will pay $230. A former director in the Federal Ministry of Education, Dele Olakpeju, has advocated the need to revamp evaluation mechanisms a certificate authorization for Nigerian students who study abroad. Olakweju will push for stiffer measures to be placed particularly on Francophone countries, gave the recommendation on the sidelines of an investigative report which exposed how a bachelor's degree could be obtained in 6 weeks from an institution in Benin Republic. Osrc Zaid Arabisala has more on unraveling certificate racketeering. The report.
Several factors prompt young Nigerians seeking academic qualifications to look elsewhere outside the shores of the country. Failure to meet certain stringent entry standards, inability to secure admission into institutions of choice, the quest to avoid uncertainty in Nigeria's education system, and the ease of bagging a degree certificate, among others. Just recently, an undercover journalist, Umar Audu, revealed the speed at which he acquired his degree certificate in mass communication from a Cotonou-based university in Benin Republic, and how it was delivered to him like pizza. He was also able to participate in the one-year National Youth Service Corps for the second time, breaching available safeguard mechanisms. Ahudu opened a can of worms on how he got his certificate within 6 weeks and the booming activities of syndicates involved in certificate racketeering in Benin Republic and Togo, selling university degrees to willing buyers in Nigeria. Following the discovery, the Nigerian government has placed a ban on validation of degree certificates from Benin Republic and Togo, a move projected to affect no fewer than 15,000 Nigerian students in Benin. Countries like Uganda and Kenya are also on the receiving end of federal government sanction, a move which the Minister of Education, Tahir Maman, says is being followed by a probe. Commenting on the development, a former Director of Education in the Federal Ministry of Education, Otumba Dele Olakweju, described the racketeering scandal a virus which must be expunged.
No system is perfect. Much as there will be people who want to go to school, there are people who don't want to go to school but want to obtain the certificate. So of course we had the Oluwole things in Lagos. So it's not new in Nigeria, but I think at this level of our independence, at this level of our exposure to international standards, I think the nation should sit tight, and say never again to this kind of scandal.
The former King's College Lagos principal who called for revamping of the evaluation measures and placed on Francophone countries.
International cooperation in Nigeria, in the world, all over. That's what we call mutual recognition of certificates. If I'm a nation, Nigeria, and you want to collaborate with me and cooperate with me bilaterally, for instance, Benin Republic, we had agreements where we have mutual recognition of certificates. That is, if you have tertiary institutions that are operating within the laws of the world, and then me as another nation, I have institutions, we will look at both institutions and see that we mutually recognize our certificates. But the situation we have now is that most of these Francophone countries don't have what it takes to have the quality education that we, the as it were, British education or the English-speaking countries, we had a better system in our countries.
Olakweju commended the journalist for the wide awake alert, urging the federal to bestow him a national honor.
I want to commend that journalist for his bravery and for his journalistic expertise. We have always had scandals here and there in the system. It's not new, but definitely this one is very embarrassing to me because I work in that ministry and we tried to clean up the system. But now it's what we are seeing now is that we have to go back to the drawing board again.
Several groups and individuals have also called for stricter scrutiny with allegations that Nigerian universities are not totally blameless of certificate racketeering. Sahid Aribisala, Osrc News.
And that's the news. Thanks for watching. Good morning.